Steven recently uploaded a video to Zero to Awesome about moving into his new garage, his new shop, and that video got a lot of comments, and most of those comments were about a thread checker, which I appreciate a good thread checker as much as the next guy. Look at that, M8 by 125. I needed to know that. But the comment I liked the most had nothing to do with the thread checker. It was from Ray Bull here, and Ray Bull here said, "You made organizing look easy. You got to talk about those ceiling lights. So cool." Good news, Ray Bull. What Steven has in his shop, in his garage, are these octagon, these shaped ceiling lights that you see them everywhere. You see them in fancy garages with supercars. You see them in workshops. You see them in barber shops. You see them all over the place. And well, I bought some to install because a few months ago, about 6 months ago, I installed these and I'm having a bit of a problem with them. So today we're gonna switch things out. We're gonna take these lights down. We're gonna install the new hexagon lights and see if they're worth it. We're gonna see how you install them. We're gonna see if they're easy to install because I did read the instructions. They look a little bit like a pain. And then we're gonna see if they're any better than these LED lights that, yeah, I've had a bit of an issue with. So let's get to work. Right now, we are standing in my garage. The way it was lit about a year ago, I had one fluorescent light here. I had another fluorescent light right here, which is now, that one's gone, so imagine it a little bit brighter, and a fluorescent light above the workbench. Pretty dark, especially since I'm out here a lot at night. Wasn't great. So about 6 months, a year ago, I installed these. They're about 4 feet long, they're LED, they're interlockable, so you can plug a bunch into each other. And you can find them on Amazon. About 8 lights is about $100. So not super expensive. To install these lights, it was pretty easy. I took out one of the fluorescent fixtures and installed a plug. And then my light strips, the plug is on a switch and they just plug right in and it's bright. It is pretty bright in here, but there's also a problem. These are not the nicest LED lights in the world. So if you happen to be trying to make a YouTube video in your garage, you get a lot of flickering in the video, especially when it's time-lapse, like this. But the trickier thing is that flicker doesn't just show up on YouTube cameras, it shows up on the cameras on your car. So let me explain what I mean. If you have a vehicle that you happen to back into your garage, either because it's electric and you need to plug it in and charge it, or just if you're cool and you like to back into your garage, you might be using your backup camera. And well, backup camera does not like those lights either. Everything is really discolored and it's flickering and flashing, and especially at night when it's dark out, it kind of makes it a big pain in the butt to park your car. So these things flicker, which isn't great using a camera or a backup camera, and then they're just kind of janky. The way they installed, you run the wires on top of your ceiling. Some of them weren't the right length, so I had to cut them and solder them together. And I just don't like the wires going everywhere. By no means is this even close to a professional shop, but that looks even a little more janky than I appreciate. So the solution, our octagon lights. I looked it up. They are, wait, no, hexagon lights. Are lights. Since these style of lights have gotten pretty popular lately, you can buy them from a lot of different places. You can go to a specialty website and pay a lot of money, or you can go to Amazon and pay not much money. I decided to go in between. I went to Amazon and paid slightly more than not much money, and that's because I specifically wanted to get something that said no flickering. It says no flickering. I don't know if that's true. We'll find out when they're installed, but I did pay a little bit more to get the no flickering lights. And I have seen some of the other lights, and I do like this brand that I bought. The connectors seem a little beefier. The construction is pretty good. It's aluminum and plastic, not just plastic everywhere like some other lights that I have seen. And especially when I compare them to my old lights, which I lost. Especially when I compare them to my old lights that are right here, these are already just a lot more high quality. You can't flex and squeeze the plastic cover over the LED. I plugged them in and it's actually a nice even light, whereas these you can kind of see the LEDs inside of them. And the mounting hardware isn't just these cheap little clips that these came with. You can actually screw these right into the ceiling. Although I don't think they sent me screws. I ordered 3 kits of 5 hexagons, and the hexagons are built out of little 17.5-inch pieces. And with the connectors, each leg of your hexagon is about 18, 19 inches. And what it comes with is a bunch of these little guys, a bunch of connectors which the connectors serve different purposes. Some connectors go on the inside of your design, some connectors are outside corners, and then some connectors are used to hook it into the power. And to hook it into the power, you can hardwire it directly into power, or you can just plug it in. And since I already installed the plug, we're probably gonna go the plug it in route. According to the instructions, these draw about 1.5 amp each set when they're on, and 2.5 amps when you start them up. So I'm going to connect 3 sets. So it's gonna draw about 4.5 amps when they're going. It's gonna draw around 8, 10 amps when I start them up, which is fine for this garage and the breaker that I have. If I connected many more sets, we might start tripping breakers. So this is about the max that I can install in this garage. And also, it's gonna be a lot of lights because I have 15 of these lights to put on the ceiling. So my thought is, I drew a little map. I'm gonna connect 2 sets right here. So I've got 10 lights over these 2 garage bays. And then I'm gonna put 1 set over this area. And you can put them in like different shapes and you can configure them into like U's and T's and whatever you want. I think I'm just gonna do straight big group of 10 kind of honeycomb and another 5 over there. So first I need to get these off of the ceiling. Things have gotten a little dim in here, so we might need some extra curricular lighting. That might be a little better, so let's take a look at how we're gonna lay out the lights, because I think I figured out how we're gonna install them. So here's my thought process. Since I need to assemble 2 sets of these lights, and there are all these little pieces and connectors, I think I'm going to assemble them down here on the ground, flip them over, and then try and talk my wife into coming out and helping me hold them to the ceiling and screw them to the ceiling. I think that's gonna be a lot easier than trying to assemble this piece by piece on the ceiling. Plus then I can just shine my laser level on the ceiling and get a nice straight line so we know that the thing is going on straight and not super crooked. I think if I tried to assemble this on the ceiling, it would be everywhere. So I'm going to get this laid out, get it assembled. Might have to work around a couple things, so it might not be just a full kind of honeycomb shape, but we'll see how it turns out. Here's the plan. We've cut it in half-ish. We have it 60-40, so if we can get this 40 up, then I'll probably take this apart more, and then we can put some pieces of this up. If we can't get this up, then I'll continue disassembling until we have success. I might have to disassemble this entire thing, but here we go. Take 2.
Okay, so this, there we go. We're cooking with fire.
That on the line.
Yeah.
This line. That's pretty darn good. Clears that. We're in business. This part might be trickier. Okay. I'm going to disassemble this a little more and then come get you And we're just gonna keep assembling, and the next time you see this, the lights are gonna be on, and we're gonna talk about if this was a good idea or not. We did have to take these apart and install them twice, but the moment I've been waiting for. Ooh, that is pretty nice. Not too shabby for being installed twice, and they all even still work, and I managed to get a screw in every little joint that needed a screw, so they shouldn't. Yeah, those are secure. Those should not fall off the ceiling. So I'm gonna come down there real quick. We're gonna peek in the third box of lights I have and kind of talk about what I think. Are they a good deal? How well did they go together? And if I would do them again, because, well, I have more lights to install, so I will be doing it again. These things are looking pretty good. And since we use that plug up there, they still work off the switch. So the plan is I'm gonna install another, I think I've got 6 lights over here because I have an extra octagon, hexagon. I have an extra light from this set over here. So we're gonna install another 6 above the car lift, above this side of the garage. But I wanna take a look in the box because I'm actually pretty impressed with these lights. So these lights came from Go Solar Lit. They did not send them to me. They did not do anything for me. I paid kind of full price for them. And I say kind of full price because when I bought them, they came from Amazon, and I'll put a link down below, but they came from Amazon and they were having like a $40 off sale. I think each box of lights was, I wanna say $160, $180, but they were $40 off. So I paid about $120 per box. And I tried to order 3 boxes, but they would only give me the discount on 1 box. So I ordered 1 box, and then I tried to order another box, and they said, no, you already used that coupon, you can't. So I waited till they were delivered, and then ordered another box and got my discount again. So it took about 3 weeks for all the boxes to show up because I had to wait until one showed up and then order another one. But I think it worked, and the quality-wise, I'm actually really impressed. These things are really well packaged. These are your lights, your cords, and when I first started putting together, I was getting worried that I had an extra light, and I couldn't figure out why, like where I missed one. I was counting all the lights on the floor when I was assembling it, and then I noticed that it comes with spare parts. It comes with spare connectors, it comes with spare cords, it even comes with a spare light, which that's incredible. And then the mounting hardware, you've got zip ties if you're gonna zip tie them to rafters, which is what Steven did in his garage. They sent me all the screws. I wound up using drywall screws because these I think are self-tappers made for sheet metal. But yeah, really impressed. Everything snaps together really well. They're firmly up there on the wall. And the only question I have left is the flicker. Are they going to flicker? Let's back into the garage and find out. It's also currently negative 300 million degrees in Texas right now, so I'm taking one for the team here. We just got home from work. I don't know why I'm wearing a Zero to Awesome hoodie. Don't wear those to work. Need to back in, charge this bad boy up. And wow, there is just like a tiny bit of flicker, but that's a lot better. Oh, you can't see me at all. Let's hop out of here. Yeah, that's a lot better. So I'm hoping too, when we're out in the garage making YouTube videos, we don't get a lot of flickering in the camera anymore. So I'm impressed for some Amazon lights that were not the cheapest, but they definitely weren't the most expensive. They went in really well. They came with all the parts. They worked, which is kind of a big deal this day, buying new stuff that actually works. And the box said no flicker, and they did not flicker. Compared to the lights that I just took down, these are just as bright, if not brighter, and I don't even have them all installed. I think linear foot-wise, I had more linear feet of these lights I took down, less light on the ceiling, and I can't tell a difference. If it's not as bright, I couldn't tell. And so once the next bay of lights go in, it's gonna be really, really bright in here. Gotta close the garage door, it's so cold. Don't worry, these lights are not going to waste. I've been having some fun with them. I installed one up here in my toolbox. It's kind of a nice little light. Also, if we come over here, we can see a little creation I've done with some of those lights. I screwed some magnets to the back of the lights. I just drilled into the aluminum and screwed some self-tapping magnets in there, which is great because I've got shelves in my garage that are metal, I've got cabinets that are metal, and I have this nice big car lift behind me which is metal. So I can plug these bad boys in, I can link multiple ones together, and I can have light on my car lift, under my car lift, up in there. So they're gonna be put to good use. That's it. Super cool hexagon lights, super cool hexagon lights. They are in fact super cool, not just something trendy that you see online. I think when it warms up a little bit, maybe this weekend, I'll get the other bank set in. I have to take that light off, install an outlet so it's all controlled by the same switch. Probably move a car out of the way so I can get up there. But those will get installed this weekend. And yeah, I'm really happy with these. Can't wait to get those put in. If you have any questions about the lights, leave a comment below. If you have any angry comments about the lights, how they're just stupid and the other ones are perfectly fine, also please leave an angry comment below. And until next time, I'm gonna see if I can get a nice tan off these. They're LED, so it might take a while, but like with enough tanning lotion, I think we can make it work. Could you grab that tennis ball off the thing? Just pull on that string and the tennis ball should come out. There you go. Just give it a good yank. Well, don't give it that much of a yank. Just slap that thing in the middle. Okay. Just give it. No, keep going. Give it a good whack. Yeah. Teach it who's boss. You can do it. Jump and slap it. Oh no, that's broken. That's definitely like broken.